Good morning, students. Dear students, last time I have just given you introduction of coordination and response. In that I have discussed about nervous system basically, and then we discussed the structure of neuron, reflex action. But today I'm just going to discuss about sense organ, human eye. In this video, I will just discuss the basic structure of human eye. In next videos, I will discuss about how image is formed, like about retina, vision, and what are the eye defects. So today I just discussed about structure of the human eye. Let's start discussion of human eye. Eye is the most natural and beautiful camera that we possesses it. It is a powerful image gathering device. Now we are just going to discuss external parts of the eye. Eye consists of eyebrows that protect the eye from perspiration and direct rays of sunlight, the eyelids that protect the eyes from excessive light and foreign particles from entering into eye, and finally the eyelashes, which has sebaceous gland at the base of hair follicles, and they pour a lubricating fluid into the hair follicles, keeping it moist. Now, externally our eyes look like this. When we rotate the eyes, you will understand it has a ball-like structure. This is an entire human eye. It has a ball-like structure, and so it is known as eyeball. Now, the front white part of eye is known as sclera. This is circular opening in the center of the eye is known as pupil, and this colored portion of the eye is known as the iris. Next, now you do have to close your eyes when you try to directly look at the sun. Well, there are muscles present in the iris which can contract and relax, and this regulates the constriction and dilation of the pupil. That regulates the amount of light entering into eye. Now let us see what is happening here. There is a darkness in the beginning. Now suddenly when the light is turned on, these muscles contract, constricting the pupil. See it again. See the muscles of the iris, they contract, constricting the pupil. Now the colored portion of the eye is known as iris. Now iris can be of different colors. It can be gray, it can be brown, blue, green, anything. Now you can see just like a camera has a lens which focuses the image on a photographic film. Similarly, our eyes also have a lens which forms an inverted image on the photographic film known as retina. So this is the lens which focuses the image on the photographic film of the eye, which is known as retina. Now next is continuation of the sclera in a front of the eye is known as cornea. So this is the cornea of the eye. Here you can see in the diagram. and it is the extension of sclera. Now there is another protective layer in the front of the cornea. This one and this protective layer is known as the conjunctiva. You can see in diagram about this protective layer called conjunctiva. Next, then now cornea is transparent so that light can enter into the eye. If due to some reason the cornea turns opaque, then we have a problems in the vision and the cornea needs to be surgically operated and replaced. Then the lens divides the eye into two chambers. This chamber in front of the lens is known as aqueous chamber, and the chamber behind the lens is known as the vitreous chamber. Now, the aqueous chamber is filled with a watery liquid known as aqueous humor, and the vitreous chamber is full of glassy jelly-like liquid known as vitreous humor. Now next, I told you that there is a sclera and a retina. So this is the sclera, here you can see in diagram, and a retina. Now between these layers, another layer which is highly vascular or has a lot of blood supply is known as choroid. Between that sclera and retina, this choroid gives nourishment to eye because it contains blood vessels. This is choroid between the retina and sclera. Now let us try and identify different parts of eye. The outermost layer of eye is known as sclera. Here you can see in diagram, this is the outermost layer of eye, sclera. Then the middle highly vascular, there is a known as choroid. You can see diagram, a middle vascular layer, choroid, and the inner photographic layer where the image is formed is known as the retina. Here you can see a retina where the actual image is formed. Now the sclera in front of eye form the cornea. Here you can see in diagram. That cornea is protected by a outermost covering known as conjunctiva. So this is a conjunctiva. Diagram you can see protect the cornea. The colored part of the eye is known as the iris. Diagram you can see that this is the colored part of the eye known as iris. I think you are able to understand. The circular opening in the middle is known as pupil. So this is the pupil, that middle portion. I think all parts are very clear to you. This is the lens which focuses the image just like a lens of a camera. So lens of the eye you can see in diagram. Now the lens divides eye into two chambers, aqueous chamber and vitreous chamber. The aqueous chamber is full of a liquid known as aqueous humor. I already discussed with you in this video in starting. This is a short form of aqueous humor, and the chamber with the vitreous contain a fluid known as vitreous humor. VH is a short form of vitreous humor. Diagram you can see this vitreous humor. So these are the various parts of the eye. This was the structure of the eye. Next video we will discuss about retina and vision and eye defects. Now let's go to journey of eyes to understand the concept.
Our topic for today is human eye. The human eye is one of the most valuable sense organs that enables us to see the world around us. Let us study about the different parts of an eye. Sclera is a tough outer coat that protects the entire eyeball. Choroid is a vascular layer of the eye. It contains blood vessels that nourish the inner parts of the eye.
Hurry. Please, sit properly.
Sorry. No worries.
Cornea is the front portion of the eye. It is convex in shape and bulges outside. Light enters the eye through the cornea.
Hey.
Iris is a dark muscular diaphragm located just behind the cornea. It regulates the amount of light entering the eye by adjusting the size of the pupil. Pupil is a hole in the middle of the iris. Size of the pupil decreases or increases depending upon the intensity of light entering the eye. lens is made up of a transparent jelly-like substance, which is made up of proteins. It is held in position by the ciliary muscles and suspensory ligaments. The ciliary muscles and suspensory ligaments adjust the focal length of the eye so that we can see distant and nearby objects clearly. The ability of the eye to focus on distant and nearby objects by changing the focal length is called accommodation.
Please go inside.
Aqueous humor is a viscous liquid filled in the area between the cornea and eye lens. It prevents the eye from collapsing due to changes in the atmospheric pressure.
Where are you going?
I was just taking a walk.
Please, get inside. I don't want to be late.
Hey. Hey.
The retina is a delicate membrane having a large number of light-sensitive cells. The light-sensitive cells get activated upon illumination and generate electrical signals. The light-sensitive cells are of two types: rods, cells that respond to the intensity of light, and cones, cells that respond to the color of objects.
Hey. What is this? This is the macula. It is a tiny area in the retina which is responsible for clear and sharp vision. Hey. Did you know that there's a small depression inside the macula? It is called the fovea sentalis. Here, maximum number of cones are present.
An inverted real image of the object is formed on the retina. The electrical signals generated by the cells are sent to the brain through the optic nerve. The brain reassembles the signals into a meaningful image and gives rise to the sensation of vision.
Come on. Bravo. Seems like jelly.
Vitreous humor is a jelly-like substance filled in the space between the retina and the eye lens. It helps in maintaining the shape of the eye. Blind spot is a small region in the retina where the optic nerve enters the eye. It is insensitive to light, hence it is called the blind spot. different parts of an eye: sclera, choroid, cornea, iris, pupil, eye lens, ciliary muscles, suspensory ligaments, aqueous humor, retina, vitreous humor, optic nerve, blind spot,